Evening everybody, and welcome back to the Gallagher Premiership. Attention has been elsewhere, and of course there is one more international autumnal helping to be had in Dublin tomorrow, but the league is back and under the lights at the Stoop, just about the best way to return to the delights of the club game. Really exciting prospect this evening, and two fine teams on display, all about one man really for Quins. A day to celebrate the career of Joe Marler, a 286th and final game in the quarters for one of the Stoop's favourite sons. Quins fans everywhere will pay tribute to him this evening. Elsewhere, Alex Dornbrandt lightly raced for his country, so a chance to let rip for his club. Marcus Smith rested after his busy autumn. Jared Evans stationed at 10, therefore. Luke Northmore never got a run with England. He'll be itching for action tonight as well. Murley, Eastgrove and Green in the back three. Quality. Well, the Bears finally able to unleash their big summer signing tonight. Bill Mata, the Fijian number 8, making his debut after tearing his hamstring in pre-season. He's one part of an impressive loose trio that sees Santi Grondona return from Argentina duty. Joe Batley's injured, so Joe Owen gets a run at lock. Genge and Randall rested this week after their England exertions. Kieran Marmion then at 9, and that thrilling centre pairing to keep your eyes on, Van Rensburg and Ravovo. They'll take some stopping. Head-to-heads, Ben?
Well, no real surprises. You don't imagine that Joe Marler's the sort of player that's going to go out quietly, and part of his game is all about his chat, and he's up against someone else with equally as good chat. So let's hope the rest might get close to these two. I'm sure there'll be loads of battles in and around the scrum. Let's listen to what they've got to say to each other.
That should be entertaining all evening, but as entertaining, I think, with the back threes going at each other. Can't wait to see Ibitoye go against Isgro. Ibitoye's got to be putting a surge on now towards the Six Nations, but for me it's about carrying, about go forward. Northmore, Jancy van Rensburg, these guys will give the sides a little bit more space out wide by carrying the ball really hard in the midfield.
So Bristol could go top tonight with a bonus point win. That's how good their form is, and Caden Murley and Harlequins will be all too aware of that. The Bears just 2 narrow defeats this season. And both of them really they feel they should have won. This is a side at the moment brimming with confidence and hoping to pick up where they left off in the league. And let's not forget their extraordinary record on the road. It's a year since Bristol last lost away from home in the Premiership. That is 8 games on the spin. Really remarkable. Something that Fitzharding will be tapping into this evening, you feel. Huge night for the Bears, seeing this man take the field as well. Bill Mata, great fanfare over his signing. Very much an all-court player, as most Fijians are, and one of those men, Ben, you just want to be in and around as a support player, just in case.
Yeah, he's got the power that we've talked about, but it's his ability to get the hands free. We've all seen some remarkable offloads he's thrown over the years, and there's plenty of pace in this Bristol side. Look at Ibitoye, likes of Ogre as well, just tracking those lines. He has the ability to be the final piece in a jigsaw that's pretty much been nearly completed all season, so one extra firework.
So Harlequins saying goodbye to one of rugby's mavericks. There's no one quite like him. He's done things his own way, often it's landed him in trouble, but one thing has been constant for Joe Marler, his deep love of Harlequins and his dedication to this club for the entirety of his career. 15 years on from his debut, a final salute to the Stoop tonight in the company of his 4 children, Pixie, Maggie, Felix and Jasper. Well, he's going to be busy when he retires by the look of things. But he's determined to enjoy this evening, and of course it's all about how the team and indeed Joe Marler channels all the emotions tonight, Ben, I guess.
Great when your kids really know you, isn't it? I love the way the Haribo was brought on, just in case he wanted one final one before he goes in.
Luke Pearce is the man in charge this evening. Joe James and Jamie Leahy running the lines, and Stuart Terridge, our TMO.
Go down the middle, right? Front of the camera. Take the camera.
Great setting, great stage, great atmosphere, great buzz to have the Gallagher Premiership back. Quins in 5th, Bristol in 3rd, and both have attack written through their DNA. For one last time.
Just turning up the countdown now, mate.
Let's get it started.
TV there instinct again. All on the countdown. All on the countdown. Thanks, Bob.
Up she goes from Jared Evans, the man wearing 10 for Quins this evening, with Marcus Smith being rested. All those international players, by the way, due a week's rest in the next 3.
9.
So it's all about the timing, really, for various different clubs. When do they give the players that breather? Europe next week, of course. Here's Ravovo for Bristol. Marmion. No Randall, no Genge for the Bears, for the same reason as Smith, of course. First touch for Bill Matter. Tore his hamstring in pre-season, which is the reason for this delayed debut.
It's an interesting contrast already, Al, isn't it? Bristol going through the hands, they've already found space out wide. Love to go through the phases, playing against a side that love teams to play against them with phases because they've got great jacklers over the ball in Evans and Kenningham. And yet, there's been, what, 20 rucks so far, and they haven't been over it once yet.
There's the first offload from Matter. It's fallen for Beard of Quins, and the turnover ball. Porter for Evans. A decent line from Northmour, probably with something to prove tonight. You would think he's been sitting idly by in the England camp across the Autumn Nations Series. Beard pokes it through. Tyrone Green sets off, and across comes Ibitoye. And some nifty footwork, ensuring that he moves beyond the 5-metre line, but a good chase from Green.
Let's go!
And Marmion deals with the threat, albeit not the biggest of clearances.
Not a great kick, but no pressure on him there. I think Marmion would have been under huge pressure, but Harlequins, no thought of a charge down attempt. We saw how that's played out over the last few weeks, particularly that South Africa game for England. Teams under pressure, when they go backwards or they get caught behind them, that's the prime time to put charge down. Pressure on the kicker.
No +1.
Walker finds Lamb. Quins having a bit of disruption with Ernie Herbst not making it onto the field tonight. So Launchbury, a surprise starter for them this evening in the second row. Porter gathers, enveloped by Ravovo.
Quins use!
Will Evans just changing the point of attack as often as they can here, Quins. Kenningham just on that 22. Jared Evans. Northmour to Green. Snared low by Marmion. Here's Marler. And chopped down by Grondona. A little taste of his own medicine there for Joe Marler. Something, of course, for which he's especially known, that really low chop tackling. Into the game comes Caden Murley. Breathless start here from both sides, and they're away, and they're clear, and Donbrandt's in, and Harlequins starting as they mean to go on.
All good to me, Stu.
Lovely bit of work down that right flank, and Alex Donbrandt, the captain for Quins. 3.5 minutes on the clock.
Well, Bristol paying slightly for their want to attack from everywhere. They get caught inside their 22, don't clear their lines effectively, but Harlequins' attack's been really good. The stand and deliver to create the room, the spin and the tackle to get those extra metres, and then they've got the numbers down that far side. You mentioned breathless start. The fatigue was starting to kick in. I know we're only 3 minutes in, but both sides attacking with huge intent. Lovely show from Evans to break the gap. Just a half show of the ball. Everyone drifts because they're short of numbers. And then Dombrandt, who runs such intelligent support lines, back on the inside. They've got that triangle. Could have gone either way. Dombrandt benefits. And Evans now to finish off what he started.
Not this time for Jared Evans, who was man of the match against Exeter in the last round and the provider here for his skipper.
They just start to go, don't they? Ibitoye starts to go in the line, and then he just questions whether he should and just hesitates for a fraction of a second, and there's almost a little bit of confusion there. And Evans spots that, doesn't throw the pass, holds on to it and makes the break.
Queens, use it! 9, let's go!
Porter from the base. Excellent here for the England A team against Australia A. A couple of weeks back, there were a number of players on the field for England A from Quinn's colours that day.
First real example there of the Gallagher Premiership getting used to the no shielding in the box kick scenario. Talking to Danny Wilson before the game, he was saying it's actually a little bit unfair actually for the catching guy, because he's got to catch it, whereas the guy chasing has only got to tap it back. So it's not really a fair contest anymore.
Fair point. Here is McGinty beyond the 10-metre line.
McGinty's been standing really flat, trying to challenge that rush defence of Harlequins to go too hard, and then they're playing wider outside them. Often a rush defence. Tens want to stand a little bit further back to give themselves time, but you can hold them much more effectively if you stand up in their faces.
Marmion for McGinty, and Grondona trucks it up well. McGinty to the line, Ibitoye hiding himself quite effectively, and now Revovo round the outside, brought down by Murley, couldn't get the pass away clean to Ibitoye. It has gone back initially and then forwards from Bristol, and Quinn's off the hook.
That's the perfect example of what we're talking about with McGinty, standing flat, and that holds those 4 Harlequins defenders, and with the wraparound play of all those 4 white shirts coming in around behind, they preserve the space in the wide channel and very nearly exploit it.
It's a threat of Ibitoye as well, isn't it? They can't leave, they can't drift in time, gives them enough space outside. Here's the ball on the outside. Interesting to see the defensive Porter, who's been really good in the A game, back on the inside. Does he touch it before Ibitoye? Two guys there, I think, have got claims, haven't they? Porter, if you watch the A game, had a fantastic match. He's been good all season. England seemed a little bit mix and match. They're not quite sure who's going to wear that 9 shirt. Good chance for this young man. And Ibitoye, if he plays anything like he did in the first part of the season, has to be in contention.
Yeah, good rolling, thank you.
Kenningham run from Dombrandt. Kenningham driven to the ground.
Okay, use it, please.
Looked like a pre-call play that, to come back to Kenningham, where the Bristol forwards were coming back from the scrum. Maybe they just noted that they're a little bit slow up from the scrum.
Murley and Lane collided, the ball missed the pair of them.
Ball's not live, line formed.
Caden Murley, another on display for England A a couple of weeks ago. A couple of tries for him that day, knocking on the door, called up to the senior squad. Van Rensburg, and onwards to Mata. Oh, lovely handling from Owen, and creating some space for McGinty. Here's Bates, inside to Ogre, out of the back door. That was lovely. Options here for Bristol. Marmion hunted down from behind, and the ball dislodged. Porter. Murley.
Okay, use it, please.
Always the first thought on counter. Can we go the length? Here's Marler, big cheer.
Quins, use it. 9.
And a slightly hurried clearance from Porter, but he's made a good touch. Ibitoye flings it infield for Rich Lane. Keen to find the outside edge here with Van Rensburg drawing the man. Ravovo. Well held by Green, clings onto one ankle. Harding plays 9.
He's getting out of there, don't milk it.
McGinty, Lane, wide for Bates, and Jared Evans waiting for him. O'Gray, Harding, McGinty, Van Rensburg, Ibitoye again, 2 men on him, and they're working hard over the ball here, Quins, but it's away for Ravovo. Inside the 22, Woolmore.
They're playing with so much confidence, aren't they, Bristol? They're offloading game, standing in the tackle, looking to keep the ball alive.
Here's James Dunn, the big breakthrough season. James Dunn in the second row for the Bears as they delay the pass. Forfeits Harding, it goes forward in the contact.
Quinn's defence has been good all year. I know we're restarting it effectively, but what you want is you want your big players like Will Evans to work hard, and that's what you've got to do. Look where he is on the far side of the field, but then how much acceleration he puts in, but also the read. He gets back to exactly the right spot. At this point, he's not even in the shot, but now turns on the burners, makes the tackle. I'm not saying they wouldn't have scored, though they would have scored, but you need your big players, and he's been big for them all season, to get the turnover on the floor as well. Good defence from that young man.
He's got a crazy engine, hasn't he? Works so hard and is a dog on the floor. He is, along with Jack Kenningham, arguably the most effective in that department. Jason Gilmore will be delighted to see those sort of numbers.
He's going to need an engine tonight because Bristol are playing very freely and dragging teams across dragging Harlequins around the field. Harlequins probably want a bit of time on the ball.
Evans to Porter. Some real gas as well, Will Porter. Fired away by Evans. And Launchbury, lovely handling. Here's Will Evans now, looking for the support runner. And Harlequins arriving, looking to find some space. Green, inside ball for Northmore, explodes into that gap. Van Rensburg did well defensively. Evans to Dombrandt. Hitting that short side. Hard. East Grove. He's made such an excellent start to his Quinn's career.
Play on, backwards.
Launchbury again.
No. Good man, thank you.
Marler, this time providing. Green stabs it forwards, and Northmore's interested. It's well weighted.
Right decision from Green. They were playing nicely, Harlequins, but just banked that pressure.
Off we go.
And they've gone quick, and Van Rensburg has it. And Bristol are on the front foot again, even if they are on their own 22.
No.
Numbers down this side.
And they've spotted it. Harding, lovely offload, drew in 2 defenders. Bates feeds O'Gray, long way to go. No support anywhere near him. O'Gray slows up effectively.
And legs full of lactic acid. Loads of space, loads of numbers left.
Need to move it quick. McGinty, Grondona, Ibitoye, Van Rensburg. And now extra pace from Lane. Ravovo on the outside. He's got the beating of East Grove. And Ravovo is in. Outstanding score from the Bears. Just about as perfect an illustration of what they're all about as you could wish for. Calavetti Ravovo.
I said they've been dragging Harlequins around the field. Perfect example of that there. We're 13 minutes in and most of the players are out on their feet. It has been that quick a start. Lovely break down this side. O'Gray realised he wasn't going to go anywhere, just biding his time. Keeps the ball alive really well, but look how condensed Harlequins have got running back to the ball. And again, just controlling their feet, making sure they get into those wide channels and then make good decisions. Ravalval getting himself free and scoring the try. I think Joe Marler's thinking right about now, I am so glad I'm retiring, because this game is so fast.
And the conversion is good. Bristol lead.
If you take a look at behind the post, Ali, you see the difference when Ogre gets the ball in the backfield. Everybody's ready to slide and go to the outside, but he's such a threat. Watch what their body angles do. They all turn back in towards him, so their outside shoulders turn in. It shortens the width of the defensive line and gives everybody a lot more space. See, all three guys stepping in towards the ball. Ibitoye is such a threat there in the midfield. Not Ogre, he couldn't speak or walk, and I apparently can't do either myself. But that's what creates threat and space.
Time's off, Bob.
And he's got the pace out wide to finish it off.
Just let him get back to his position, Reed.
Backland will feel a little bit happier about that, although this will be cause for concern. Gabe Ogre being strapped up on that left leg.
Good. Thanks, lads.
That tight strapping should help the lactic acid.
Okay, you ready?
Well, they've got a little gem, a not so little gem, in Calavesi Ravovo. A couple of tries against Saints on his first Premiership outing, and a couple against Bedford in the Prem Cup, and one here tonight as well. He's in excellent form. That pairing with Bernhard Janse van Rensburg could prove really, really effective for them over a long period.
They've never had good centres, Bristol, though, have they? Radrandra wasn't very good.
Crouch!
Vakatawa as well, rubbish.
Bind!
Do you reckon they just go round and go, who's the best centre in the world? Let's get him down here.
One, two. Yes, please.
Marmion, Van Rensburg. And watch the centrepiece of that Bristol backline, so durable, so effective.
Ball was always lifted.
Caught with defenders all around him. That's an interesting little kick, actually. Tricky one for Tyrone Green to deal with. And the chase was good from Bates.
Compromised with how he fell there, Tyrone Green. Ball under his chest. Couldn't rotate round to get it back.
Okay, give it up now, please. Okay, use it. 9.
3 in the backfield for Bristol, waiting for this one. Murley, full steam here. Oh, timed it to perfection. What a tackle that was from Caden Murley. Bristol have done very well to secure the ball off the back of that challenge. And Marmion, show and go. Ibitoye alongside him, running a nice line, and he will streak clear. Bristol striking twice inside only 3 minutes. Marmion absolutely electric, and Ibitoye with a lovely line.
I think he's paid with an injury. Marmion, he stayed down after that offload. Let's hope that's just winded. But we mentioned about Will Evans' engine. It's him on that right-hand side guard position, and he just can't recover. The forwards are out on their feet. The last scrum was a gentleman's agreement, no one pushing. The game has been so fast.
What's going on?
And when you've got players with the instinctive attacking ability that some of these Bristol lads have, and Harlequins, to be fair, this isn't going to be the last try we're going to see tonight. Game has opened up massively. Ibitoye back on the inside. He knows as soon as he gets that pass from Marmion, no one's going to get there.
Very easy to slip into.
Joe's just telling him, slow the game down. We don't want any more of that.
Well, actually, you mentioned about Ibitoye and the threat, but also the recognition. There was nobody on the short side. And to begin with, as a 9, you need someone to come and see that with you. Watch where he goes. He just gets in position. He sees there's only one guy there. He speaks to Marmion and says, have a look up, turn your head, and he does now. Picks his head up over the shoulder, sees there's one guy. Lovely little break from him. But that's created by, again, work rate off the ball. This is why Bristol are becoming so good, so difficult to play against, because they don't rest on their laurels at any stage in terms of their attack. Brilliant play, brilliant try from that young man. I've got to start a fan club.
Hang on, Dr. Physio.
Well, he's an easy man to love, plays with a smile on his face, and he scored 6 in 7 in the Premiership this season.
Time off, yes, please.
High-class stuff.
It's opened again. That's all.
Jared Evans needs to be replaced
You right now?
for a short time, you would imagine, for blood.
Deep, doesn't it? Looks like you might need a couple of stitches in there. You might try and strap him up till half-time.
Always a delicate one for the coaches as to when exactly to give the international players their time out. Marcus Smith having time out this weekend. Quins have Racing 92 away, followed by the Stormers here at the Stoop in the Champions Cup.
Easy run of games.
Choose a whistle.
Some interesting fixtures ahead for sure. Bristol have Leinster at home and La Rochelle away. Back to back.
Don't touch it, leave it be. Go on. Yeah. If it goes again,
and then
we'll take them off
Leicester
for a blood,
away, Sale at home and Saracens away. It doesn't get any easier, does it?
All the more reason to build up a bank of points early in the way that they have done. Just those 2 defeats that we were mentioning. Gloucester at home, the crazy match. 85 points in total.
Advantage over.
And a defeat somehow to Saracens as well, round 5. Late kick from Alex Lazowski. Harding lays it up. Oh, great. Blast here from Joe Owen. Joe Batley's injured at the moment, allowing for the opportunity to Joe Owen.
Ogre's playing like a second playmaker at the moment, isn't he? The way he takes the ball at first receiver. Bit of footwork, just trying to manipulate defenders and put someone else away.
Okay, tackle, Quins. Thank you.
McGinty looking for distance.
Touched everybody on side, fellas.
Nice little spiral inside the Quins 22.
Taken in! That was taken in as it was touched by Harlequins. Thank you.
Lane to McGinty. Beard intervenes. Grondona, another show of the ball, and I think 3 Quins defenders bought that one. Here's Ravovo again. Bristol keeping the tempo so quick. Really asking big questions of Harlequins' fitness here. Marmion, and awarded the penalty.
He can't kick the ball at the 9th. Will, don't test me, mate. He lifted the ball.
Break again. Austin's mentioned the threat of Ibitoye and that forcing defenders. Tyrone Green here sees him coming.
The ball was in his
again,
hands, not allowed.
He sweeps around late, so they're a bit short of numbers. Green steps back, he has to go there. But Porter on the outside doesn't follow him in. Just a half break there. Good show and go from Grondona, realising what was on Tyrone Green's mind.
I think the stats tell a lot, actually, in the amount of pressure that Bristol are putting onto Quins defensively. So many metres. I mean, what are we? We're 20 minutes into the game. They've already run 187 metres. I mean, there's a lot of carries there as well. 35 early on in the match, that's a lot.
Well, it's important to point out that the Bristol have made the metres.
Yeah.
Harlequins have also had to do those metres to keep up with them. Here's Ogre on a short line, Van Rensburg, Marmion, Ravovo, big tackle coming in from Northmoor. Marmion again, hops into position, intercept, Murley's away. Rich Lane in hot pursuit, Ibitoye gaining, and he breaks away. Murley has it. And a splash worthy of Chris Ashton.
Brilliant read. If we see it wide enough, he spots this unravelling in front of him from miles away, and he starts to go. Knows exactly where this ball's going to end up, and he times his run to perfection. just saw it so early, didn't he? There was a slight hesitation from Marmion, maybe trips up, and maybe Northmore slowed him up slightly. And Murley reads it, and then a little celebration, maybe getting his own back on Ibitoye, celebrating before his score.
I think it had been coming, actually, because Marmion's pass from the base had been long. It had been a real strength for Bristol. A few phases before, the ball he gives to Ogre's, it's a good 20-metre pass. You take a look on this one, it's not as far. It's only about 13, 14 metres, but when you're 5 metres from the line, it's easy to read.
Is that a smile or a grimace?
I don't know, a bit of both really, but when we see it from the other side as well, it's so easy. If you know it's coming, you've got to take the risk and back yourself.
Exuberant celebration, and Caden Murley. A critical intervention, you'd feel, because Bristol bearing down on that try line, looking for their third of the night. That could be a big old swing. Oscar Beer, that's off the chest of Dombrandt into the arms of Dino Lamb.
Yeah, we've been raving about how Bristol have been attacking, but that is the balance, isn't it? That occasionally you attack that hard, you can almost punch yourself out.
Backwards to me.
If you leave opportunities, there's a lot of danger in this Harlequins team.
Jared Evans sends it out for Northmore. One of those who you just felt could have really profited from some time against the Japanese in an England shirt last week. The entirety of November operating on the sidelines for England. Over the top goes Porter, and it's just too much to ask of Dino Lamb.
I just take you back, Ali. Two phases before the try, I was clipping this up and showing you how wide the passes have been from Marmion into the receiver and what it does for Bristol in their attack again. It's 20 metres, it's a long pass. So if you know that's coming, and it's been constant, and it has been, but it does enable them to change their angles and make defences lose their line speed. Look what it does to the inside guys. They can't come forward, they get a quick ruck. That's been happening all the time, and here's the other side of it. Look where he comes from, he reads it. It's a really wide pass from 9. Now, if you get that right, all those inside defenders are gone. But if you get it wrong, there's an intercept and 7 points.
Murley there, he has to go because there's so much space on the outside.
Ball's out, play on.
Dombrandt getting Harlequins moving forwards again. Porter, Evans, Beard, Iskro, I should say, tried to get that away one-handed. This is Green. In behind Jared Evans this time, and Ogre was sniffing.
Okay.
In the end, Simon Kerrod did enough. Walker, that might have been forwards. It was to Alex Dombrandt.
Kerrod saves them here. Ogre was, if he gets the boot to ball first, he wins that race.
Killjoy.
And in such a quick game, that's what you need from your tight head prop, that ability to get down, throw your body on the line.
I'd let you go. Okay, let's go then. Bind up, please.
20 now, let's go. So we go. 15, let's go. Nice and Bruce.
Playing out the back, Evans can't deal with it. Has to reach for it, Kerrod, doesn't he?
Shoot! Locked!
Crouch! Bind! Set! Recover. Okay, Bristol, on side please, 9.
That's a shielding it, and Porter proving a real nuisance at the base there for Marmion. Good leg drive from Mata. Van Rensburg, Ravovo, Iskro with the tackle for Quins. And the ball stripped, Northmore's away. Tearing down that right flank, Northmore is clear. That's high class. Opportunistic, absolutely, but very, very high class.
Been really impressed with Northmore, some of his little touches, some of his tackles today. but the steal, and then not just to steal it and give up there, but to realise there's no one at home in front of him. Does so well to get in there, get his hands on the ball, drag it back, and then because Bristol expecting to win it, there's no one in and around the breakdown. They've all got that width ready to play again. Northmour knows there's no one at home. He's got the acceleration, the power and the stamina to get there. And then Bristol, to make matters worse, bit of collateral damage in the back play there.
Marmion and McGinty took each other out and made life just that little bit easier for Northmour. But great acceleration as well, Austin.
Yeah, brilliant acceleration. And as Ben said, the steal. I think Ravuvu will look back on this and think, I fell in such a bad position. Look how extended his arms are when he gets into the breakdown. He almost hands the ball to Northmour, which is a very strange... Look at his body position, falls, and now he reaches for the ball and sort of gives it to him. Are they friends? Just saying.
Well, the Lord giveth, and he taketh away. Scoring up one end, and he's maybe handed one
AJ, let's get it going,
there
okay.
to Luke Northmour.
Let's get moving.
That's indicative, though, of a way a team plays. If everything's about the offload, as you land, maybe the importance of how you present the ball's not quite front of mind. You're thinking until the last minute, can I get the offload away? Whereas there, Oscar Beard, really strong ball placement away from the body.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it.
50-50, don't worry, he's making it back.
Did his clearance. And just a little bit of calm in amongst the mayhem. Quins, who had trailed 14-5, have scored 12 unanswered points to lead Bristol here. Van Rensburg, and then the inside ball. Oh, Harding couldn't hold on to that around his shins. And Harlequins will take the scrum.
How fast are Bristol? Ball went out, it was back in play within 10 seconds. They're putting a lot of pressure on physically. Ogre's over to the ball boy, snatches the ball off him, he's in position. There's no call, just chucks it in. That's good high-tempo rugby, love to see that.
You know what I'm talking about.
So the scrum set up, and an opportunity to speak to Nick Evans, part of the Quins coaching staff, of course. Nick, what are you making of this? It's very, very quick, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I hope people are enjoying watching it. It's a pretty good game. I don't think there's been a couple of line-outs, not many penalties, which is great. Both teams pretty positive with the ball. Probably the big message for us and probably them is staying alive in every moment. You've seen they've burnt us a couple of times, we've burnt them a couple of times. So, yeah, staying alive and winning all these moments. Yeah,
we've spoken a lot about the tempo and the need for everybody to be super fit in matches of this kind. We were a bit worried, actually, from a Quins perspective when Ibitoye broke clear. Because it looked as if a lot of the Quins boys maybe were feeling it, but you've hit back so strongly.
Yeah, look, it's that kind of game, and body language is going to be crucial as it is here.
Here comes Green, two men on the outside. Murley hits the gas, and then the intercept from Van Rensburg, who keeps it alive himself, and Rich Lane is there. Nick, stay with us if you wouldn't mind. He's gone. The action is all-encompassing. Here's Max Laheath for Bristol.
Not on the ball.
31 minutes gone, and it is utterly compelling.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's just brilliant, the space both sides are finding.
It's going off.
Just make sure you're not making it an issue for me, Joe, okay? As long as
Nice little hands from Joe Marler. They're playing deep out of the back, but finding that space on the outside. Just wonder whether Green should have used Lamb there, just to allow him to straighten and preserve the space. Went for the pace early.
I don't want him to. I said to him. But it's hard if they've seen that.
A little bit afterwards.
Problem is, one of them's in it.
Little cuddle on the floor.
I know. Yeah. Gabby, change, please. I just had a quiet word.
Just one last growl from the old stager.
I just fell over, so give me a sec.
Gabe Ogre's coming off, so that leg injury
Lads, we're going to play on, okay?
perhaps a little more concerning than we first thought.
He's been outstanding, and usually, as the coach, you'd be
15.
pulling your hair out, losing someone that important that early, but Harry Thacker, a ready-made replacement.
Off Beard,
No, knock on, all
and
hits.
very nearly the intercept. Ibitoye makes something of it, and Ravovo's on his shoulder.
I'll step, okay?
James Dunn, body position a little high, just allowed him. Harlequins a sniff. Harding carried so hard this season. I think only two men have carried more across the 6 rounds of the Premiership to this point. Ogre is off the field at the moment, but Quins looking to profit here through Northmore. Ibitoye jogging back into position, and forwards from Bristol.
Just caught on the boot from Grondola, didn't it?
If it was the first knock on, I'll change it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Ibitoye with an offload that very nearly resulted in a try. He's the turnover originally, finds it on the floor, does well not to knock it on. And then how close is that? Lane just doesn't get his hands up quickly enough.
That's a pretty, well, it's an effort to kick. I'm not sure
I might write a letter to Steve Borthwick on behalf of the Ibitoye fan club, currently becoming my favourite winger in England.
Well, he's offering so much, isn't he?
Yeah.
Creating so much, and the handling, the dexterity is something that sets him apart. Not many have that capacity.
But also, I think, obviously, Feo Abosa's got amazing core strength. But you watch Ibitoye in the tackle, he very rarely ends up on the ground. He always ends on his feet. That tells me how strong he is.
Shipped on by Murley, a little dangerous. I'm not sure Tyrone Green will thank him for that. Ibitoye makes the tackle, and East Grove picks up his launch break. And he's being driven back in the tackle. Strong challenge from Joe Owen. Murley. Thought for a minute there was a little bit more space through that ruck.
Still advantage to the knock on.
Thacker on for Ogre. That's forwards from Dombrandt.
Knock on first. I think just as a knock on. Just flick it on the screen, shoot it in the background. Thank you. Just a knock on. In the
scrum to come, and confirmation of a very interesting scoreline from Kingston Park. 17 points to 5. Adam Radwan has just scored a screamer, apparently. Alex Hurl also amongst the try scorers for the Falcons. Tobias Elliott on target for Sarries. 17-5. 35 minutes gone.
Do you remember Steve Diamond when he was prowling against Exeter? Do you think he's prowling around there now? The side of the field?
Not that I would wish anybody to change channels at this point, but it is on TNT Sports 5 and Discovery Plus if you fancy a little look up at Kingston Park.
Just record it.
Porter to that shorter side, and Green bumping through the challenges.
Backed away, backed away.
Still, the pace of this match is remarkable. Will Evans on the carry. Kerrod didn't like the idea of the wide expanses on the outside. Dips back infield.
Good option.
Evans, cluster of defenders all around him. Walker to Iskra. He's done brilliantly. Murley away again. Such acceleration. Tried that little
slight turn kick
from Molly Slightholme. It just didn't quite come off this time around, and the cover was in the way.
What a game we're watching tonight. Lovely offloads, power. That's brilliant out the tackle, isn't it? And then he just tries to get it on his foot, but loses his step ever so slightly. It's good defence on the outside.
Just watch how he transfers the ball to the other hand before he makes the offload. It's not just out the back door. To have that skill as you're falling so close to the land, to the ground, to change hands, get the offload away. Outstanding.
Quins on the attack. And Dombrandt securing line-out ball. That looked forwards from Porter. It's just put a stop on proceedings for a moment. Billy Millard.
Yeah, fair shout.
And the Quins coaching staff assembling for
Mate,
half-time messages.
Is there a doctor, lads?
I'd like to cancel half-time so we can just continue the match.
Just push through.
And just see how tired these sides can make each other.
Very is the answer to that.
Yes, please.
Might just be blowing a tiny bit. Joe Marler, though, let's not forget, he's a man who's quite often gone 80 and beyond, of course, in various different, very important matches for Quins. Man of the match in that epic final in 2021. Just one of his 2 Premiership titles, Challenge Cup, a Grand Slam with England in 2016, a World Cup final in 2019. He's ticked off a few milestones along the way.
Good arm.
For all these years. Oh, feeling old now, Joe.
Just a question. If someone scores,
Yeah.
they take their top off.
Yeah.
Is it a yellow card like a
Not
football?
tonight for you, no. For everyone else, it might be. Okay. Time on.
That is great. That's what we have to look forward to. Should Joe Marler trundle his way over the line?
I think it's unlikely that he'll score, but was he asking the question if somebody else scores and he takes his top off?
So 2.5 to half time.
We'll see, won't we?
Bristol scrum. Crouch! Bind!
Once more into the coalface.
Let him recover.
A bit more power in that scrum.
3.
Response from Laheath.
McGinty, the kick pass. It's picked out beautifully by Ibitoye. Eastgrove's having a hard time. So too is Beard, who's clung onto a shirt. He's still clear. Oh, it didn't need to be like that. Ravovo keeps it in field. And Van Rensburg begins operations all over again. Joe Owen goes to ground. Harding, too far away from another intercept, and once more, Gabriel Ibitoye just lighting up the place.
I thought they were both very low, Stu, on that one, sir.
There's another example, isn't it? Stays on his feet, ball in one hand.
I've had a look at it, but it's all right.
This is super skill.
Fitz seems okay with it.
Like you said, Ali, probably just gets the weight of that pass wrong. Then I wasn't sure whether Porter actually knocked the ball down deliberately on the outside then.
Messy old line out, which has ended up in the arms of Laheath. There might be some space on that left flank for Joe Owen to exploit. Infield to Ibitoye, Marmion with the support line, and Bristol just before half-time regain the lead. Do not take your eyes off this for 1 minute.
Cool, thank you.
The pace of Joe Owen, but
it's half-time.
he's on his bike early, sees the opportunity, knows he's got some space, he's already got his
if you strike it before,
foot down on the accelerator, he's got the tight head in front of him, goes round Curran, and then he knows the pace he's got inside. Ibitoye draws the last defender and offloads, but brilliant initial break from the big second row.
It's that long pass again, isn't it, from Marmion from the base. Takes out all 4 defenders on the short side. I don't know if you noticed who got into the play as well from the backfield. May have mentioned him in the first 40 minutes, and I think we may mention him a bit again. Yeah. That man there.
Just be conscious of the kicking clock, Ejeka. 36 seconds. It'll be half-time now. That's a kick.
Fabulous game.
Conversions are important. Evans has missed his.
No mistake from AJ McGinty, and a really important last couple of minutes from Bristol, reasserting their authority at least on the scoreboard. It's anyone's game, let's be honest, it really is anyone's. 3 tries each, Dornbrandt, Murley and Northmore for Quins, Ravovo, Ibitoye and Marmion for Bristol. Thrilling stuff, delicately poised, and at half-time at the Stoop, it's Harlequins 17, Bristol 21. Well, one more half of rugby in the career of Joe Marler, still chatting away. And another half of rugby for us all to enjoy, the skills and the speed and the breathless action from here this evening, particularly from Gabriel Ibitoye. It's been absolute dynamite.
All the gear.
And this game has just not let up in any way, shape or form. Just something about the makeup of these two sides that tend to bring out the best in each other, certainly from an entertainment perspective. Here's Dombrat, right on cue. Lovely stepping up to halfway. He's done an incredible job to make it that far through a forest of Bristol defenders. Walker. Porter to Marler. Throws the dummy and tries to make ground, but Bill Matter has other ideas. Beard. Again, excellent footwork through the gain line. Porter's got sucked into the ruck, so Tyrone Green has to come in.
Did really well, Porter, there.
Hands on the floor first.
And then Matter gives away the penalty for going past the ball. Not supporting his body weight, but Porter was completely exposed here. They had one man in the breakdown, didn't feel he could get it away, so does exactly the right thing, makes the clear out.
It's a fine kick as well. Quinn's driving up to the 22.
Agree with Ozzy, he is looking sharp. Just missed that initial shot on Matter. Matter might say there, oh, that's the penalty, I think.
Yeah, there was 2 rucks before as well that guy had to go in, Porter, getting over the ball.
Edge of the Bears, 22. Walker.
Take it in, Derek.
Owen did really well to get up.
Take it in!
And steal that ball.
Hold,
McGinty
first. There you go.
fielded in the deep, rather better than the New Zealanders by Eastgrove. Beyond the 10-metre line. Porter. Evans. And Northmore. Big tackle from Revovo. George Hammond is with us. On for Quins. Find out who he's replaced. I think that might be Joe Launchbury. Here comes Eastgrove in the meantime. Marler. Quick hands, too quick for Evans. Swallowed up by Wilmore of Bristol. And here's Ibitoye again. Thacker.
Advantage over for the knock.
Well, the kick was on for Thacker there. He thought about it. There's nobody in the backfield, still isn't.
Marmion pops it over the top, and a big chase here from Lane. This time Murley's going nowhere, and Bristol have secured the ball. Marmion's looking.
He's offside.
Yeah,
that's the bin.
Yellow card.
Carrod's gone.
He knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he? Here we go. Straight to the bin.
Number 3 is clearly offside, makes the tackle, line break.
The Quins tight head.
Just goes the wrong
for 10
way.
minutes.
Marvin just picks up, thinks he's heard the call from the right. Admittedly, I don't think Carrod had seen that there was nobody there either, so he's surprised he went that way.
Okay, you ready?
There they go, they're going to tap and go.
Okay, we go. Let's go.
Just waiting for the
Tap the
medics
ball
to leave the
first.
field. Thacker to his right, Harding to his left. Here's Harding, holds it back beautifully, and they stroll it in through Matter.
That is an outstanding tap penalty move. The positioning of Thacker behind Marmion so he can run on that outside arc. Has to hold defenders, and then the ball's flashed across. Fitzharding, brilliant handling. Maybe still reeling from this yellow card. That's the break. Carrod retreating. And then from the penalty, there's Thacker's line across him to Harding. That decoy line from Joe Owen, who's had an outstanding game.
Funny, just make sure we've got a new.
And then the ball just lifted And Bill Matter gets a clean walk through.
And the player to leave, obviously.
And marking his debut with a score. They're getting full value for it as well. Bill Matter. We're looking for invention as well from those sorts of positions, Austin. Nice to see something work out. A little bit of it wasn't too elaborate.
Yeah, it was really good. I'll show you in a minute actually about how they get the right people in the right positions, and the timing and the deception is absolutely spot on.
Lane. Harding.
Use it. Thank you.
Thacker. Ibitoye. Once more a good line, carving forwards Joe Owen. And providing them with the platform. Van Rensburg to Ravovo. And Quins, well, they've done enough to steal the ball. And this could prove damaging for Bristol. Dornbrandt trying to tie in those defenders on the 10-metre line. Beard. Hammond.
It's a good carry from Hammond, gives them good line.
Tyrone Green. Oh, Ibitoye seeking
backwards.
That intercept. It went backwards despite his involvement, and he's wrestled his way beyond the 10-metre. Grondona to Matter. And McGinty. Lane. Skips on. Bates.
Wins offside, field.
Advantage offside.
Playing with an advantage here to Bears. Van Rensburg floats one over the top, and the tackle is made by Northmore on Owen. Big clear out from Matter. It's there for Grondona. Ibitoye again. Jared Evans searching for it.
As well, Evans, they'll come back for the original penalty.
I think they might look at the Matter clear out, whether he was legal or not.
Isgro certainly complained
Yeah, he's
about
fine.
it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, offside number 8. The jackal
But the
was good, so he
play
would
is,
have had the ball.
it's all mini-game rugby, Ali. It's all like 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, draw people, make them step out of tackles, ask defenders to move, and then play according to what they've done. It's such good rugby to watch.
There was a big watershed, wasn't there, for them? Tail end of January last year when they lost to Connacht in the Champions Cup, and they weren't winning, but they weren't playing their rugby either. And I think that was the moment that Pat Lam put this all together, and we can have a word with the Bristol Director of Rugby right now. Pat, we're really enjoying watching this evening. What's going to win it?
Staying in the moment. Every moment we talked about, we're comfortable playing our game. We want to make them uncomfortable. But we said it's not about the game plan, it's about our basics, the way we present the ball. We know they're hard at the breakdown. And if we sacrifice and enjoy the breakdown, which we do, create the option for others. And obviously the guys off the ball get into our shapes and, and connect. So, no, really pleased. We're disappointed with the 2 tries that we gave, the soft ones. But the boys are great at half-time, and we're talking about they're uncomfortable, so let's keep making them uncomfortable as we can.
Lovely, Pat. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's a rather weary trudge from a loose head prop, which is suggestive of the end game. Joe Marler's race is run. Standing ovation all around the stoop. The scrummaging, the chop tackling, the Premiership titles, the haircuts, the bands, the pranks. He's now retired, off down the tunnel.
Don't play him, good option. Thank you.
Evans for Quins. Finn Baxter on in Marler's place. And forwards from Northmore.
Yeah.
Rather less fanfare to that than the departing Hugo Monyo, if I remember rightly.
Just find out who's going off for the tight head for the
Pretty much did a couple of laps of the stadium before dragging himself off the field. We were promised pyrotechnics on Marla's exit. I think it was so swift it
so 11's going to
caught everybody by surprise. Anyway, on at tight head, Titi Lamasatelli as well. Simon Kerrod, who of course is in the bin, requiring a prop, a tight head prop for the scrum. So Murley is the man sacrificed for the short term.
So this Bristol backline's eyes might open up to see one less speedy defender on the field. And against the grain from their own, near enough their own 22.
It comes for Van Rensburg, running onto it nicely is Lane. Ibitoye similarly freeing the arms up. Ravovo comes looping round and he's run out of space. The flag has gone up belatedly.
I think it might have been a bit forward as well.
It was just simple rugby, wasn't it? Pass the ball to the outside. You know you've got an extra man. As long as you run hard and straight, you should sit defenders down. They didn't do all of them. It was good drift by Quins.
Yep.
He's not actually in touch, is he? But I don't think it matters.
Did throw about 15 metres forward.
Yeah.
Just knocked on as well. They went for the line-out option.
Marginally forward. Walker with the line-out for Quins then. They're going to need some sort of response here, playing as they are with 14 men. Half an hour to play. And Bristol with this extraordinary away form as well. 8 on the spin, on the road in the Premiership. Ibitoye safe enough under the high ball as well. Mata. McGinty. Van Rensburg. Oh, what a ball that is. That is a glorious pass for Jack Bates. And Van Rensburg will finish it appropriately. Stunning in the midfield. That was a beautiful ball over the top. And he is an all-court player, we know that much.
One of the best players in the league for me. So aggressive, so intelligent, and got the skills and speed to match. Watch this for a ball. Absolutely flat.
Okay.
Perfectly placed for him to run onto. Continues his run.
Thank you, Stu.
To be back on the inside. Doesn't look as good from that angle.
Yeah,
the referees had a look and said that his hands definitely made a backward movement.
Well, Quins' crowd don't like it, having had a look at it on the big screen. Hardly surprising. That's their their fifth try of the night. Bristol already with that try bonus point wrapped up for the 7th match running.
I think defensively, though, Quins have got a lot to answer for. Has he got it? Yeah, he has. Let's take another look at it, actually. They need more line speed. And the reason why you need more line speed is, look at the pass from the base. It's a full 15 metres, which takes out 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders who have got a bit of line speed, but then everybody in behind ends up too tight. You only have 3 guys on the far side. Through the hands, 2 passes, and you've already broken them. It's very good attacking play, but it can be stopped. If Quins blitz out a lot faster onto Mata and chop him down, that's not a great angle, but Luke Pearce is in exactly the right place. He looks down the line and sees the pass. If you blitz on that ball carrier on the wider pass, you'll get to him before the ball gets there. We saw the intercept. Maybe Quins will send that message on.
Back to a full complement now, though, Quins. Really back on, as is Simon Kerrod.
There's that pass again, and they're round them.
Hit the edge through Bates. Great stepping. That's a little bit high from Dombrand. And the penalty is given up. Ravovo isn't done though yet, and Bristol are so full of confidence at the moment, and everybody looks to be on the same page. The handling is crisp. Here's Thacker, Grondona, Ibitoye, Green.
Advantage. Over for the kick. No, it was way
And
back on the
touchline.
10, so you play 30 metres. It's your line out here. Your line out.
It's instructive watching Bristol training.
Alex.
The pullback pass is so natural to all of them,
They're
isn't
all
it?
so adept at it. You look at any of the forwards could do it as well as any of those backs. And it's the timing. Square shoulders, flat at the line. Impossible to recover as a defender.
And they've trained it so hard that everybody's expecting it, and they're encouraged to throw the ball even when they're not entirely sure there's someone there. Trust that someone will arrive. And if it hits the deck, it hits the deck. That's beautiful. Double pump on the ball. Space now for Mata, crashing into defenders.
Okay.
Another double pump from
Over.
Rensburg. Owen, Grondona. So good. Bristol are just easing through the gears, and they are swatting Quins away at the moment.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. Starts with one of those pullbacks from Harry Thacker. The speed through the hands. No look, he knows someone's there. McGinty, little show of the pump to send the defender Hammond, and then gives it to Mata, and they're in behind. Now it's about picking off those straggling defenders. Lovely square line from Jancy van Rensburg to cut back, hold that final defender, and then I think that Joe Owen has had an absolutely brilliant game. Loves being in those wide channels and alongside Grondona. Lots of pace there to finish it off.
Try of the season contender, that. He just saw what McGinty gives him. He's the general, isn't he, that just controls things. He's got timing, beautiful timing, moves defenders with his eyes, with his hands, with a double pump. Can he take another 2 points as well off the tee?
Oh, he's word perfect from the tee too.
Well, people might be wondering what we're on about, this double pump at home. It's not doing your front tyre and your back tyre at the same time, but it's this one. Look, fake the pass and then throw the pass. Move the defender forward. Here's the second one. Fake, defender steps into him, then he gives the ball. If you're a kid watching that, go and try it tomorrow or Sunday, whenever you're playing, and watch what it does to the defender in front of you. Phrase of the weekend, the double pump.
Eastgrove's got up, but the ball has landed with Bristol. Thacker, what a line from Ibitoye. Quins being asked so many different questions defensively at the moment. Marmion driven off the ball. Harlequins sensing an opportunity here. Kenningham drops on it, and it's fired away by Danny Kerr, who's come on at scrum half. Then it's swallowed up by Joe Owen of Bristol, and the Bears come again.
50-22 is on.
Oh, that's a great kick. Needs to stop.
Back on the 7-metre line.
Back goes Green.
Yep.
And touches down for the dropout.
You're right about Joe Owen. All action, second row, all over the field. And look at the red zone stats. They've already been in each other's 22s. All the tries have been long distance breaks, midfield.
First Premiership start tonight for Joe Owen. Dual registered at the moment with Hartbury in the Championship, and given his opportunity, as we mentioned earlier, because of injury to Joe Batley. Don't forget as well, they've signed Pedro Rubiolo from Newcastle for next season, the young Puma who's making such a big name for himself on the international stage. There, very nearly an intercept for Kerr, and Ravovo again for Mata, the two Fijians combining. Dombrand and Hammond trying to hold the man up in the tackle. Bristol pouring forwards, offering so much. Van Rensburg, Ibitoye. Need the chains every which way, don't you, to keep this Bristol back division under lock and key.
I think Van Rensburg may have had a head-on-head collision after he passed that ball there. Stayed down for a bit.
Marmion to within 5 metres. And it's terribly quiet here at the Stoop. You can understand why when you look at the scoreboard. Bristol have just accelerated away since the break.
Turnover, they've got it. Well, the referee's told them to leave. I think Evans lifted it. They'll come back on the Bristol side. They're on the ropes here, Harlequins. They need some big intervention. Really struggling to stay with the pace of Bristol.
Marmion just occupying all those defenders around the fringe, but Walker snuck in and nicked it back. And now there might be something on here for Quins on the counter. Northmore still running hard through the challenge of Van Rensburg.
No hands now.
Hammond lays it up. Chisholm.
Hands on hips from the Bristol midfield here. They could potentially go. A lot of the forwards struggling with the pace of this game.
And cares clearance, because I think a number of Harlequins players may be feeling the same.
It's breathless, and they're putting up so much stress on their defence. There's that angle, the crossover, and Rensburg chucks the pass.
Send him on, lads. I know you're going to want to jackal, but
He gets hit a little bit, doesn't he? I'm not sure how bad it is, but
sort of just stands his ground.
I think it's okay.
It's just a collision, isn't it?
Yeah.
He runs that line so well. Elsie Van Rensburg, though, just comes round the corner. He just glides, and timing of his pass is always perfect.
A couple of changes made by Pat Lamb. Bill Matter is off, a try-scoring debut. And Max Laheath also taking his leave, so Lovejoy Chawatama onto the tight head for the Bears, and Benjamin Grondona is on the field now as well. First carry for him, the younger brother, uncapped by Argentina so far. An intercept here for Danny Kerr, but
he saw the line 60 metres away and thought hamstrings.
Nathan Jabulu on at hooker for Quins as well.
He's taken a knock, Danny. He stood up there and he was shaking his head.
Okay, tackle! Mate, he's got a tight head top on top of him, he can't move.
Jared Evans for James Chisholm. These passes not finding the man in quite the same way as the opposition at the moment. That is a powerful tackle from Ravovo as well. Break here from Nick David.
Ball is out.
Green. Can they break free here? Harlequins. Kenningham from a standing start. Back into the middle of the field and powering beyond the halfway, brought down by Chawatama. Harding with the latest tackle, rolls quickly. Evans to David. Don Brandt for Kenningham. Some weary bodies out there. Baxter. Kerr to Beard. And Jabulu did so well. Northmore, intervention from Ravovo. It's hacked forwards by Tyrone Green, and Green has it. And Green touches down.
Great refereeing. Brilliant refereeing. He's not sure whether this is a knock-on, so he doesn't blow the whistle.
I'm not sure if it comes back off the Bristol hand, in which case it's okay. Stuart.
I think he's got this right.
I've got no idea if it's a knock-on or not, so can we just see if it's a knock-on? If it's not, it's a try. If it is, it's no try, obviously.
Stood, yeah.
It's going to be close. I've just had a little look at it.
I'm not sure whether a Bristol hand knocks it back or
it's a break on the outside here. Here comes the offload. Does he lose the ball? It's super close. I think he throws it.
I think he throws the pass and it hits the Bristol player. Ooh, whose is the last? Does it bounce into his hand?
It's such a difficult one.
Ravovo's shoulder, no?
It looks as if it's a pass, mate.
So
yeah, it doesn't touch him again, so that's fine.
It's a pass into the Bristol player.
Right. So we'll knock the replays off, mate. So to clear, it's no knock on. So the try is okay, isn't it?
Yes.
Tyrone Green for Quins. And before that score, worth mentioning that the margin between the two was 28 points. Bristanville, anyone?
Really good refereeing, because he's actually behind the play. It looks, for all in the world, certainly from up here, I thought that's a knock-on. He's not got the view, so he just lets play go on, knowing exactly that he can go back and use the TMO. It's a good score from Green. Had a lot to do. Well, it's a long way back.
It's a long way back, and there isn't a whole lot of time. There's 16 minutes remaining, but they've given themselves a little bit of a sniff, a chance at least, and mentally they needed that really badly, didn't they? And blitzed off the paddock for 20-odd minutes or so of the second half, and here they've won a penalty which had been in short supply, and there's a 10-metre penalty to pay as well. I think Kieran Marmion questioning the decision.
Yeah, you can't pull the night into the rack. Come on. So. And then number 9, Bristol just getting here spray.
Just 4 penalties awarded in this match to date.
Yeah, there's been a couple of scrums that have gone down, but he's just willing to play on. There's the initial penalty, and marches them back 10 more, which means that with a good kick, they're 10 metres inside the 22 Harlequins, and all the momentum starting to shift towards the home side.
Need to ride this wave, but up gets Joe Owen to spoil possession, and it's there for James Dunn.
Okay, there we go.
Young lot having an outstanding night here for Bristol. And he made his Premiership debut last December. Nick David. Kerr. Jared Evans. Iskro to Beard. Evans. Jabulu. Finn Baxter. Jared Evans. Smuggled away to Tyrone Green. Little flash of those red boots, and the ball is loose again.
Just tries to keep it alive, doesn't he? Just pop it off the floor in the hope that somebody's running onto it. The difference, though, between them is they're quite lateral, Quins. They're finding it a lot more difficult to get to the edge of Bristol's defence. Look how Bristol are shifting, staying connected quite well. That's been a major difference for me, the execution and the timing of their back play, and when they start to go wide, I just think Bristol have been defensively more savvy.
Strong bench for Quins. They've all made a difference since they've come on. Jabulu and Baxter in particular.
Fitzharding rides the challenge from Oscar Beard, and he's driven beyond halfway. The ball spits clear.
I hate the law, but he's on his knees and then you disrupted the ball, okay? You all right? You okay? His tackle's complete and then he's disrupted and ripped it, so it's illegal. Penalty.
So a chance here for Bristol to just draw the sting of this latest Quins onslaught.
Quick, please. Corner, that's no point. Send them on, boy.
McGinty takes Bristol inside the 22.
I did think before I got here tonight, if Bristol went on to win this game against Quins on a Friday night under the lights, Joe Marler's last game, it makes a really big statement to the rest of the competition. And they've gone a step further, I think, from that. The way that they performed, not just in their attack, but their defence, tells me that they are absolute bona fide contenders this season. First or second.
Well, they're a proper handful, aren't they? You need to be right on point to defend all of this. Marmion, lovely transfer. That was brilliant from McGinty. Ibitoye and onwards. Bates driven to the ground 5 metres out. Thacker again. And a turnover. A crucial one from Alex Dombrandt.
What a steal that is.
Holding on.
Again, swinging against the ropes. Under huge pressure, loads of numbers out here in white shirts. If Dombrandt doesn't steal that, you're thinking they're walking in the corner. Just falls slightly, doesn't he, the wrong way, and that affects Luatur and his clear out. He goes off his feet, and that allows Dombrandt the bat on the shoulders. Harding arrives too late to do anything.
"11 minutes to try to pull this out of the fire." We know Quinn's capacity for scoring quick and heavy, but this is going to stretch even their capacity. I'm not sure how straight that was. Jabulu directly to his man, Northmore into the midfield. Evans, Green, space opening up here for Eastgrove. He might be the man to spark something here. Nick David on the inside. Cut down in the tackle. Joe Jenkins, a very important arrival on the scene for the Bears. Oscar Beard trying to straighten now. Oh, that's gone forwards from Nick David. And again, another promising attack in a very interesting part of the field. Comes to nothing. Serious pace from Eastgrove, and the ground opening up at this point.
Jenkins does so well to get back there. Looked like they were going to have the pace to go through and finish that.
So more changes. Wilmore and Ibitoye coming off. Meantime, Newcastle hang on to that lead at Kingston Park. 17 points to 5. 10 minutes to play there. Newcastle have struggled for 15 long years to beat Saris in all competitions. 27 defeats in a row. Last time they managed it, Joe Marler was making his debut. Not done yet. It would mean Newcastle move off the bottom if they close that one out, but Quins won't be concerned about that right now, because Elizalde is moving forwards for Bristol, slipping it off for Bates to run onto.
Oh, that is lovely.
And the handling is special, it really is. Harding now. Marmion.
Offside. They're all offside, Quins in the midfield.
Advantage Bristol. Offside.
Penalty given up. Grondona feeds it on.
Middle between 10 and 22, yeah.
Every single player is looking for that offload, looking for that opportunity. Free ball here for the Bears.
No advantage.
Oh, it's just such a good break. Watch Van Rensburg on the initial play. They're really tight, Bristol, in that midfield. That tight pot of three. And then they pull it out the back for McGinty. And then as they open up into midfield, Van Rensburg gets back on it. Hard line again, and then gives it back. Little 1-2 between him and Harding. It's a joy to watch.
It's the confidence, isn't it, to back each other, to run those lines.
Remember, 68
and to just believe that the person who's picked a line outside you has picked the right one, so give him the ball. I did say at the start of the season Bristol were a good outside bet.
All right.
18-1 they were at the start of the season.
That's remarkable. Well, they've had an amazing start, haven't they? Long way to go, but this man is at the core of it. Qualifies for England 2026, but he's on the radar, and you can understand why. Offering a little bit of everything, really. Bernhard Janssen van Rensburg. Driven through the middle by AJ McGinty.
Yeah,
and with 7 minutes to play, Bristol have this very comfortable 24-point lead, having scored 6 tries, and that will be McGinty's final act of the evening. 18 points to his name, and Oscar Lennon is on the field. Only his second Premiership appearance. Spent some time in America, actually, in the MLR. Won the MLR title with the New England Free Jacks.
Accidental scrum, Bristol.
I think Isgro's down again. Saw him go down like this actually over in Dublin. Got a stinger, didn't he?
I thought it was a pretty decent contest.
Got bounced back to his feet and carried on.
And then Quinn's players kicked it, accidentally hit his own man, so scrum Bristol. But just make sure this contest is okay. Both eyes on the ball, gets his hands to the ball, so there is no problem, is there?
That's fine.
Yeah. Take it back.
First one back, second one forward,
yeah, so he bats it backwards. Yeah. Problem is, he's then James kicks it accidentally forward into your own player in front. So it's just a scrum.
Marmion's going to go out to the wing, isn't he?
You all right?
Allow space for Lennon.
Not short on the last one, lads, but we started with a scrum on the deck, all right? So let's start in the air to begin with. Time on, please.
Looks like the master plan.
Send him on, mate. Send him on. So start the bind up and we'll get the change done. Let's go.
Another change for Quins. Jamie Benson is coming on for Luke Northmore. That's his debut in the Premiership, the age of 22. Started a couple of games in the Premiership Cup. Northmore's run hard, had some really bright moments and contributed to the try scoring as well, of course. Van Rensburg breaks to the left and sorry, to the right, and Bristol come left.
Hasn't been touched yet, but I'm not sure they're going to go from there, Jim.
The best of decisions or touches from Elizalde.
5 and a bit, Bob, is it?
What's the front going forward? 5. What, yeah.
Play it.
Canningham on a plate for Kerr. And they come into the midfield hard, but the defence is strong. And Thacker is scavenging.
I think that the whole thing's a mess. First knock on by Bristol. Technically, he can't play it on the floor either, Alex. Back to scrum, Quinn's ball.
Austin, time for your player of the match.
It was a hard one, Ali, because I can't think of a bad one in the Bristol team. And I think they've all had really good games, which is a sign of a very good side. That guy's been the general, AJ McGinty. The young guy in the second row, Joe Owen, I think, has had a fantastic game and came a very close second. Fitzharding, again, carries so well. The offloads, the ability all around the field, the dog. And Rensburg, again, just sensational all across the field, both sides of the ball. But I think it's been a little bit of X-factor, a little bit of spark that has stood the two sides apart. And that's why that guy there, Gabriel Ibitoye, is our Gallagher Premiership player of the match.
Well earned.
It's a £20 subscription to the fan club. I'll put the post box out there later.
Are you president?
Yes, and treasurer.
A treasurer, that's a worry. Well, Ibitoye, a former Harlequin, of course, earning the Player of the Match award at the Stoop for Bristol. And they've been spectacular at times, they really have. Quinn's trying to finish strong here. Canningham, Kerr swiftly into position. Baxter whips it away, and it was read well by Marmion. Tackle comes in from Evans.
Nice try.
Lennon for Van Rensburg.
Oh, they're so boring, Bristol, aren't they? Just kicking it away.
Well, he's not found touch. He has found touch. Green takes it quickly, and Isgro. And there's Van Rensburg having made the kick. He's made the 50 metres downfield. And he's there causing trouble for Harlequins again. Jared Evans trying to massage the defences a little bit. And Dombrandt
50p foot.
sends it flying into touch on the full. Maybe.
He's had a good game, Dombrandt, hasn't he? He's covered a lot of ground, a lot of carrying. He's had 9 carries, 56 metres.
No.
And had good stats.
Let's go, Bristol.
Just
Let's
haven't been able
go.
to get a foothold in the game, Quins. There's been some big moments where they've turned the ball over. They've obviously had a couple of decent scores themselves. Managed to get the bonus point despite being outplayed, but Bristol have just dictated the tempo of this game from start to finish, really.
Same move. Don't change 6. Stay there.
Lennon heads up. Jenkins, Van Rensburg was in behind Rich Lane. Quinn's onto it.
Backwards, still advantage under pressure.
Nick David
Advantage, Quins.
heading into reverse. Now he accelerates forwards.
Another advantage, different knock on.
Baxter, they're just being harassed at every turn. There's the Bristol captain again. Fitzharding, tireless in his approach.
Advantage over.
Lamasatelli. Evans caught again.
No second go.
Trying to clear that out in a hurry. Dombrandt over the top, that looked forwards.
Has gone
Nick
forward,
David.
mate.
That's another drop.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? Bristol's 8th bonus point in a row. Won every game of this season for 4 tries. The game has changed. The laws have allowed it. We've seen the tweaks. And it is suiting that mind style of play.
We'll crack on.
It's taken a while for it consistently over a season, that style of play, to rise to the top.
Find that, boys, please.
As Austin said, they really look like genuine contenders this year and seem able to get those 4 bonus points every time they take the field.
You've seen the clock, yeah?
That real.
Yeah.
Second. Let's go.
Crabs. Bynes.
Tom Willis has scored for Saracens. Some edgy moments up at Kingston Park, less than a minute remaining. And the final seconds here, Van Rensburg to Jenkins, being clung onto by Oscar Beard. And in comes Chisholm to try to make a difference as well. Lennon whips it away. Very nearly one more intercept. Lennon again to Marmion, clock in the red, and the bonus point win banked. The Premiership back in business, and Bristol very much back in business. Sublime for much of the evening. Yet another victory on the road. It's extraordinary, this record, and they will go top of the Gallagher Premiership this evening after a thumping win that has featured 6 tries. Full time at the Stoop. Harlequins 24, Bristol 48.